Hi, Shepherd's Pie. Greetings from the Philippines. Now, we're going to try something very new today, which will either work or it won't work. But it's a new idea for the channel. It's called the beach bumps, hence the thumbnail. Now, I'm here in the rum bar with a couple of bums. Paul and the king of bums, CG. And the idea is, and the bums will change from time to time. Might get my old mate Ray involved and a few other interesting people if they have actually meet any on this island. And it may turn out to be a live stream. But what we're going to basically do is I've stolen the idea a little bit of the old Tim Newton grumpy old men. Basically, you send us in your questions and we'll make fools of ourselves trying to answer it. Don't take any advice seriously. I mean, we'll try and give it seriously, but if anyone who knows me knows I'm going to just talk a load of bollocks, but I will do my best. Now, there you go, you see. Now, the trouble is, we haven't got any questions this week, but if you watch this video, bang down a question, and then next week, whoever the bums are, will answer it. So, the way we got around this today, or the way we tried to get around this is, we've each worked out a couple of questions that we're going to ask each other, so you get the idea. I don't know what the questions are going to be. CG doesn't know what the questions are going to be. Even if he did know, he'd have forgotten by now. And Paul will have a sneaky one, no doubt. So who's going to go first, Paul? Well, let's go. Who's going to go first, Paul? Paul, you go first. What's your question, mate?
Right, it's a bit of a general one, but how do you think Siquijor has changed your outlook in life and your behaviours? If it has at all. So you might just be coming and haven't changed a bit. What do you think? I'll tell you what I think when you the two have put yours in.
Hasn't changed me a bit.
Not one bit?
Yeah, but you say it hasn't changed you one bit. First of all,
it's changed me 100%.
It's changed you a hell of a lot. But the trouble is, when you're asking CG this, well, listen to what CG's got to say, you've only been here 2 weeks, mate. So it's really changed you very quickly.
It's changed his spending habits, hasn't it? It's up to your budget.
Yeah, my budget's no longer little. It's still under 1,000.
Yeah.
This is very intimate. This is.
It's still under 1,000, apart from the rent, the bike, the
rhubarb.
When I moved here, I dropped 6,000 in expenses just in rent.
Yeah, and you've done that in 2 nights in a rum bar, mate.
Yeah.
Well,
the whole point about this channel is we're going to be honest with life, mate. You have gone up. You've gone well over the 6,000. Your fucking crash cost you more than that.
Oh, we're not including that. We're talking living.
Okay, but it's changed you.
Oh, yeah, it has. Of course it has.
How has it changed you apart from you spending a lot more now?
Drink a lot.
Drink a lot more.
Yeah. Because of you guys.
Well, it's not because of us, it's because of Siquijor. Don't blame me for that. But has it changed you for the better?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus. And now the old arrogant comes in, isn't it? So this is the trouble with live video, fellas. I mean, you're getting here, you know, all the excitement,
Get some sandbags and edit that.
We don't edit anything on this channel. That's staying, and that's going to be the best bit of the interview. So, you carry on.
Okay, what was the question?
How has Siquijor changed you? We said you're spending more money now.
More relaxed.
More relaxed, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Much more relaxed.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Especially from where I used to live. Because before here, the other 13, 14 months was in heavy traffic, lots of people.
Yeah.
Terrible. It would drive you nuts. All the noise. Especially the dogs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the dogs.
Chickens I don't mind. Dogs
This is the man who throws a temper fit about 5 times a day. He complains constantly. I keep telling him in his anger management class and he's saying this place has made him more relaxed. I think you two have worked these questions out between you, because that's bollocks too.
He's got the same trigger point, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, that'll never change, because that's
1
natural
gram
to
trigger.
everybody.
Yeah.
It's natural to everybody.
No, it's not natural. You are a grumpy man,
Here we
CG.
go.
No, you are a grumpy man. And I love you for it, but you are a grumpy man. Jesus wept. I mean, I don't think I've met anyone as grumpy as you.
The smiling knife. He's smiling, and then all of a sudden it'll just pop out. Yeah.
No, yes. Listen, we're not perfect. You know, I mean, I'm a big-headed arrogant fuck. You know, but CG, you're a grumpy man.
That's right.
But I love that.
Look where I come from.
I like that. Yeah, go on.
If you had to live in a country whose
Full of communism.
average temperature is the coldest on the freaking planet. Google it, you'll see it's Canada. Kind of crap is what I call it. You'd be grumpy too.
Well, I'm grumpy here at the moment, so that change me. But has it changed you for the better? You're more relaxed, right? You're happier, are you?
Oh, I'm much happier. Well, you saw how happy I was in Cebu.
Yeah.
Much more happier.
Much happier here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Shoot you.
Change you in any other ways?
I don't know. That would be for other people that know me could tell me. Because me, I would just look at it like, well, yeah, I'm more comfortable here, more happier here. Because I'm comparing it to where I've been the last 12 months, 13 months.
Well, that's nice. I mean, I don't know you that well. I mean, in Sibiland. No, what I'm saying is in Sibiland, we were neighbours, but we didn't spend anywhere near as much time together as we have done now.
Right.
So you seem to me like you've come out of your shell a lot more and you seem a different person, but I didn't really know you that well before, so I can't really judge.
Right.
So if you're saying
you can only judge over the last
of what I've seen, what I've seen over the last, well, not what I've seen over the last few weeks really, because I mean it's the first couple of months.
I've been here more than 2 weeks.
How long have you been here?
A month. I'm paying my month's rent next week.
Oh, how time flies when we're having fun.
It's not 2, it's 3 weeks. There you go.
Well, it's more. It's 3.5 weeks. Friday is a month.
The point is, though, again, if you want, it seems to have changed you a lot quicker than it's changed us. Oh, well, I can't speak for Paul, but you have changed very quickly. And that's,
well, that's probably a different culture because you guys are from the UK and I'm from Canada. And it's 2 different places.
Well, yeah.
That might have a lot to do with it.
Do you have anything to add to that?
Nope.
Well, Paul says he's going last, so that's me then. Has Siquijor changed me?
I would say it hasn't.
Yeah. He hasn't changed him from Cebu either.
Yeah. I'm doing my get to you the same.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, it's changed me at the moment because I'm bloody depressed. I'm really not liking it here. So Siquijor at this moment in time, I just want to get away.
But you want to get away. You want to get away from everywhere you've ever been, though.
That's right.
That's not true. I was happy in other places. Anyway, so did Siquijor change me? Yeah, it made a. Didn't change me myself. It changed my. I don't know. This is a question. If you'd asked me this a month ago, I'd give a different answer to now. But I won't say too much more now because it kind of leads into my question in a minute. So you go. How has it changed you? How's it changed you?
Well, obviously the behaviour's changed because here you do drink more because you want to get out a bit more. In the UK, I think I would drink once a week, like really drunk, and then the rest of the week I would just come home from work. But I think also here you've got to become a bit more outdoorsy, even if it's not like doing all the sports. You need to get out, and because it's just too warm indoors, so you need to get out a bit more. And also you need to be able to get on better with people than you can in the UK, because in the UK you can shut yourselves in and survive. Here you're out and about, you're meeting new people and they want to talk to you, so you've got to be a bit more open and a bit more willing to share your story if they want to hear it, and you've got to be able to listen to theirs, which is sometimes tougher depending on who's telling it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you 100% on that one.
I'm going off this side. This speech bums was supposed to be. He says everyone having a dig at me, but there you go. But has it changed you for the better?
I think so. I think I feel like I've got a lot less stress than I did back home, so I can relax and enjoy myself a bit more. I don't have the worries that any of us have from back in the West, so I think like I'm more chilled, more relaxed. But also, I've had to think about it because when I came here, you do get into holiday mode or vacation mode, so you are drinking a bit of that. So now I'm in a bit of a I'm trying to bring it back around a little bit to try and normalise things, so it's not just party, so trying to rein myself in a bit, so that'll take a bit more focus. But no, it's still a net win no matter what, by far a win. Yeah.
But to be fair, anywhere would have changed you because you haven't been anywhere before, have you? I mean, it's the first time you've lived anywhere for an extended period, so it's bound to change.
Well, yeah, you're right there, but I always thought I was always pretty fixed the way I was back in the UK, but I feel I've changed and I've opened up a bit more and I'm more social now.
Do you think you're more outgoing, yeah?
No, not to some people's level. I'm not crazy, but I do think I go out more and like people knows here and I get about and yeah. I try new things. I try different restaurants. try different bars. So I'm a bit more outgoing than I used to be.
But that's what I'm getting at, because I mean, of course, everyone goes out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't go out as much nowadays. But I mean, that's just living online. But you seem to me, and I don't know, I mean, I know you quite well since we've been here, but from the first week, 2 weeks I met you, you seem a lot more outgoing now. But that might be just because you didn't know me. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, the first,
Yeah.
you know, so you think you were the same. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You seem quite reserved.
Yeah, well, I'm reserved, but when I came out, I wasn't reserved out of shyness. I was just reserved because, well, I do like my peace, and I still like that. Like, I'm not always wanting to come out and have a great big party or a conversation with people. Sometimes I can come out. I'm one of those blokes in England that you see in a bar who can just sit there by himself, quite happily reading the paper or reading his phone and drinking by himself.
Reading the paper. What century is this?
I remember them. But no, but hey, I've come out a bit of my shell a bit more, but even still, I can sit in the rum bar here on a chair by myself and quite happily enjoy my night. But no, I'm more social now, and obviously because you make more friends here, they demand a bit more of your time, so I'm happy to do that.
Also, you live like 80% of your time outside here in a tropical country.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, in the UK, I would go to work and then I would come home, and very rarely on a summer's day I would sit out in the back garden. I mean, but here it's
Here you're out.
you're always out.
Out.
And it's good because I don't have to take the vitamin D tablets anymore.
That's right.
There you go. So
Why do you have to take vitamin D tablets?
well, because in the west, in our latitude, it's 80% of people that have a vitamin D deficiency,
Crazy.
and it affects all sorts. It affects blood clotting, it affects bone strength, it affects everything. So
And those tablets work. I'll tell you a little story now. When the old COVID hit, I read that the vitamin D was, you know, it was a good idea to take the supplement. So I took them, and I went to see my GP. I can't remember what I went to see him for, whatever, and he knew he didn't think I was the healthiest fella. And we sat down and he said, I'm going to prescribe you some vitamin D tablets. And I'm sitting there thinking, wait a minute, but before he looked at my blood test, he looked at my blood test and said, my God, you don't need those, your vitamin D is really good.
no, that's good.
How do you do that? I said, well, I take supplements. But the funny thing was he'd assumed without looking at that, you
Yeah.
know, that he's just going to give them because everyone needs vitamin D tablets. Well, I'll be taking them for a few months then, like, you know. Anyway, there you go. So they obviously they made a difference because they showed up in my blood test. Anything else to add to that?
No, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, there's lots of little things, but no, you've got to be a bit more wiser because you don't have the backup here like you would in the UK with regards to healthcare and even the emergency services. So, like now, I'm a bit more careful when I'm about on the road. They do things a little bit differently on the road here. Not saying bad, but they just do different things here. So you've got to be careful, and also the dogs roaming around on the road. You could easily come off your bike and do yourself a real injury. So I'm always a bit more cautious when I'm travelling. That's something else.
And you gotta watch them guys passing you in
Yeah.
the lane, coming at you.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
And it doesn't matter how fast you're going. You might think you're doing an absolute light speed, warp speed, but then there'll be someone coming back with 2 kids and a pig on the back of his bike flying past you, and you
Go flying by.
the natural motorcyclists
On the
here
right-hand
follow
side.
pig. Yeah.
That sounds like a punchline no joke to me.
No rules riding in this country.
Right, well, my question, and trouble is, I was trying to think of a good question, but I don't think Paul will be able to answer this. But I hadn't thought that.
No,
You
can
might
ask-
be able
you
to.
can ask
You
anyone.
might be able to. How long have you been here now?
Coming up 6 months. Coming up
6 months. Okay. I am not in a good place at the moment in the sense that I don't know what it is. It's psychological, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, since I came here, I love the place. But since I've moved here and stopped island hopping, I don't know, I can't get my head around it. Now, the reason I'm saying this is I watched a channel called Vagabond Awake, a guy called Dan's channel, and I remember watching it a few years ago. And a couple of years ago actually, and he was talking about the worst things of being an expat. And he's basically saying that when you go abroad to live as an expat, the first 3 or 4 months will be rosy, but then you'll hit a bit where you're quite down and depressed, and a lot of people fuck off then. But if you stay there and see out the 2 or 3 months, you'll come out the other side. And I thought, well, been an expat for a long time. You know, if you had like a year in Cambodia on to like, you know, 7 years in Thailand, I've never had that before. So now I'm thinking, is that what's happening to me? Because it will be the kind of time I've been in the Philippines. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's all it is. Because for me, now I just look around and I go, don't get me wrong, I've got some good friends here. It's just like, I just come out and I think it's the same restaurant, it's the same bar, it's talking to the same people. I think I'll try some other bars and things and they're just crap. And you just think, I can't spend the rest of my life just going to the same place, doing the same thing on the same nights, like Wednesdays this night, Friday that night. But a month ago, I was loving it, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, so I mean, I've joined the gym and I go out less now, but I don't know, maybe it's time. But the question is, have you ever had that? Because you've been in...
No, I was just thinking about that. In 13 and a half months I've been here now. Not here, but in the Philippines. Haven't run into it. But the first part, I was here for a completely different reason than everybody.
Because you were working.
I was working. So I can't count that. So I'll count from middle of January this year when the contract ended till now. I haven't run into it yet, but that's not to say I'm not going to. It's only 6 weeks or 7, 8 weeks.
But you weren't, but you weren't happy in Siquijor, were you? I mean, things
Well,
have
no.
changed completely now.
No, but look what we were up against in Siquijor. Had a good landlord, really. But the traffic, continuous, in front of the building.
Yeah, but you didn't
Then
go out.
they
You didn't
put
go
in-
out for about 12 months. You didn't have a drink or do anything, did you? You were just working all the time.
Well, I had too much work to do. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's kept you so busy. You didn't have time.
That I didn't have time to think about that, right? Because I was working 12, 14 hours a day, every day of the week. A lot packed into what I was doing.
There you go.
You know.
And you've never had it at all. Every day you've been here, you've sat there and thought, I love it here. It's like.
Well, I have overall, but at the same time, after, as I was talking about earlier, that you have your holiday mode when you come out here. And I'm going to paraphrase Einstein. He said something smart. He says, you keep doing the same things and you can't expect different results. So
Exactly.
so when I find myself, when I've done this in England, whenever I find myself, because you get things and you get a bit...
So, just say his name again.
Einstein.
I think he said Einstein. That's why I was laughing like that.
Ironside.
He looks Einstein. Yeah.
Remember Ironside?
I remember Ironside. Yeah.
Yeah. So even in the UK, like because it's cold half the year and you're indoors, I would get myself feeling a little bit like, you know, a bit pent up and a bit, you know, like, you know, you scratch it, get out, you know. But here I found like if you just change it up a little bit, and I've done that, and now I'm back to. No, I mean, there's things here. Obviously, it's not always. I mean, it's always sunlight, it's always sunny, but there's things that'll get you down. But at the end of the day, I find like the important thing is to change something up in your life, and that's what I do. And now I don't come out as much. I still like coming out, but I don't have the late nights what I used to, because I used to have the late nights. Therefore, it's a late get up the next day, and then you're arsing around, you're knackered all day, you get no sunlight, and it's just an endless repeat. So now I've knocked it on the head a little bit. I can go for have an early night, I can have a cup of tea like I like to when I get back in the house. I can get to sleep by midnight. I'm up at 10, and I'm out on the bike. Even if I'm not doing anything like gym or walking anywhere, I'm getting some sunlight. And I'm meeting people, and I think for me that's the key. It might not be for you, but I think
No, it is the key. You know yourself, you knew me from the beginning. My life has changed a lot.
Yeah.
I've been like as in drunk, as in really smashed.
Yeah.
3 times since I come back.
Yeah.
I've joined the gym. I get up early now. I go and do stuff. I do my vlogging. And the trouble I'm having is like, you know, because I've had the bouts of depression in the UK.
Yeah.
There's nothing to look forward to at the end of it. You think, right, I'm going to stay in for 2 days. I'm
Yeah.
going to go and go that, and on Wednesday I'm going to go to there, I'm going to go there. And then you think, oh gosh, I can't face going. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like once you've done the same thing back in the UK or whatever, you go like, well, I've not been to this club for like 2 years. I'm going to go there and be looking forward to it. There's nothing here. It's the same. You try and go down pallet when you try. Nothing changes the fact this is the best bar in the island. Last night I said, I'll show you a few places down there. We went down there. They were dead as a doornail.
So do you think like you would be happy if you just had new, like if you went to a new location, it would be okay, or would you run it the same stumbling block in like a couple of months there? Is there something that you think you could change your not your mindset, but change your daily routine to make it so it's not. Because at the moment you do like to party on a night, and I'm not complaining about it. I'm not picking on you for that. But if you do it night and night and night, all you look forward to is the next night's drink.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying to you. I've partied 3 times in the last month. You know, last night I came out, I had 3 apples because I had the bike and I don't drink and drive, as you know. Yeah, I've got no problem with that. I wanted to settle down and I wanted to stop drinking, and that's why I said everyone I won't move you until I can calm down.
Yeah.
And I have calmed down, but now I've calmed down in the light of day. You look at it and you think, Christ, this is boring. But then you think, well, I'll just go out twice a week.
Yeah.
I can't get excited about it twice a week. You know what I mean? Like, I'm supposed to be going out tomorrow with some friends to do some time. I don't want to. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, what's the point of going? You know what I mean? He's just lost it for me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. What I'm questioning is, am I actually going, is that how I really feel about it? Because if it is how I really feel about it, in a couple of months' time, I'll just piss off to another island.
Yeah.
Or I'll go back to Thailand. There's plenty of options there.
Yeah.
I'm just asking myself in my mind, am I going through that stage that Dan was talking about? And maybe you just need to really... Anyway, time will tell. That was my question.
That's a good question.
That was my question.
You might come out the other side smiling, you never know.
Why don't you try going swimming at the sun up? That's what I do in the morning.
Do you?
Yeah. Just go swim at sun up, and of course you don't
Well,
get
as
up
you're-
at
as you're-
5 in the morning.
As your next door neighbour, you've never told me that before, and I've never seen you do it. What do
Well,
you do?
because you're
You
sleeping
jump off the
till
box?
11.
I've been up at 6 o'clock the last 3 mornings.
I've already
I was
been,
up at 6:30.
I've already been swimming and back.
So where'd you go?
Down beside the horse. Where I took you and showed you.
You go down those rocks and out in the water.
Yeah, go right down the little, down the steps and across the little bridge.
You can't do that every morning, can
At
you?
low tide, it's like this at low tide. You got a nice little beach there.
Yeah, but I'm saying the tide changes every day, so you can't do it every day, because some mornings
You
it's
can
not...
do it every morning. You just do it at different times whenever the low tide is.
Well, there you
I'll
go.
go further out.
You learn something new. Yeah. So, when the tide's really out and you end up in Dumagetti, I'll come back and pick you up on the bike like that.
Well, the tide isn't going that far out.
Well,
But like this is low tide now. It's starting to come back in if you look at your watch.
well, I'm looking
So
at
in
the camera
12
because
hours, it'll be up here.
yeah, well, I know how the tide works. I'm
And then
just saying
for
it's
15 minutes
it's
it'll
different
stay
times,
still,
different
it
days.
won't move,
It's different
and it'll
times.
go out the other way.
Oh, there you go. You're a wise man, Suji. Don't believe what they say about you. He's a wise man.
Yeah, don't believe everything they say.
So what is your question, Suji?
Mine's about Filipinos.
Yours is about...
Oh, here we go.
There we go. So my question is, how do you tell when one comes to you if they like you legitimately or if they're setting you up?
Are we going to talk
Can I
are
answer
we,
that one?
But I'm just going to say, when I answer this question, I know the scenario. So I'm not going to talk about names, but I know the
Should I say
scenario.
the scenario?
Well, no, you don't have to. It's up to you what you say. Don't say names, though. But
Well,
what I'm saying is, my answer is going to be a lot more accurate because I know the situation than it would be if you just said it. Because I think, well, you never can tell. And because I know the protagonist, I know exactly how the situation worked. I would say I would take my answer with a bit more, because usually I'd end it with like, well, but I don't know the person, I don't know this, but I saw exactly what happened, so I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I could be
But
wrong,
let
but
Paul
it's a
answer
more
it.
educated question. I'm just saying, but mine will be more, because Paul
That's
doesn't know
fine.
what we're talking about, so,
No, but he
or maybe he
has
does.
a general
Well, you went,
idea.
anyway, yeah, for a second, carry on.
Well, I'll go for it. I'll be short and sweet because I'm not as experienced as you two, and I'm.
No, I was here last night and saw it happen. That's what I'm talking about. I saw it happen.
And I'm kind of glad I'm not. But I would I answer your question directly. You're asking how do you spot the Filipinos honest or trying on with it?
You're trying to line it up.
I'd say it's exactly the same as it would be back home.
Oh, really?
Exactly the same.
But I know what he's getting at here.
I know what you're getting at.
Because sometimes you cannot tell. You've got to. It's later on. It's later on, further down the line where you would tell. But there's good and bad everywhere, and
Yeah,
I don't know what the percentages are.
But you're missing the point here.
What's the point?
It's not exactly the same as the UK.
How is it not?
Because a woman fucking half your age wouldn't come up to you in a bar in the UK. So there are certain warnings, like in the UK, so there are certain things. Put it this way, if a bird walked up to you in a bar and was like 25 years old, you would start to think, well, wait a minute, what the fuck's, so it's not the same in the UK, is it? It's different.
Well, it's different in the age thing, but I mean, in the personality-wise, I mean, if a girl wants to trick you, she's going to trick you.
In my
Because we're all
Oh
so
yeah, but he was
impressed.
talking about Filipinos.
Yeah.
He's talking
My
about Filipinos.
experience was that a good Filipino is shy.
Right,
They ain't coming up to you.
right.
They're not going to come up.
Not
You
on this
have-
island, not on this island, not on this island.
Well, that's why I'm going, okay, I'm in a different place. don't know. How do you tell the difference on here?
Well, you kind of hit the nail on the head. I mean, I wasn't knocking what
No,
Paul,
no,
I wasn't knocking what Paul was
Definitely
saying.
not.
I was saying, like, you know, they would be the warning signs in the UK. If someone's like half your age, you'd start to think, well, why are they, you know? But Paul's right in the sense that there are good and bad.
Yeah.
But in the Filipinos, as a rule of thumb, Filipino women are generally very standoffish. They're good fun and they'll have a laugh and a joke with you.
Yeah.
But they won't come on to you.
Right.
In that sense, not from the offset. A couple of dates, they become a different person. But anyway, I'm not giving Paul's answer for him.
Well, I can't give them-
No, no,
It's a good answer though.
well,
No, but I thought that's what you were getting at.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying in the UK, you know, like a,
well, that's
a
it. I mean,
gorgeous bird after
yeah,
it
you're
goes
right.
up to you,
You're right.
you start to think, wait a minute.
Age is just as big a thing here, you know. But you're right there.
Well, I think it is in a way. Anyway,
No, but it's not an age like it's like you can have a bigger age gap here and it's normal. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
if it ain't normal, it's money orientated. That's what I'm saying to you.
Not always. Not always.
Anyway.
Well, maybe partly. Maybe partly. I mean, security and all that. But
Well, I'll give my answer now because I know what you're talking about. I know because I know who he's talking about and what happened.
okay.
So yeah, I'm saying to you, last night, let's just break this down. A woman half your age turns up outside on a bike, suddenly wants to talk to you, wants you to go and talk to her. And then the guy who initiated the whole thing, well, I'm not going to mention a name, but someone came over and said someone wants to talk to you,
Oh,
etc,
yeah,
etc.
yeah.
So someone went there and said, this girl half your age
Yeah.
wants to talk to you. You went out and talked to her, and he stayed there the whole time. He was there as part of the conversation, right? Well, that's why I'm saying I know what happened, I saw what happened. To me, and I could be wrong, that screams sound. People have been talking, because if that had been a normal thing and you were talking, that particular person, I've been out when I talked to him, he goes away.
Yeah.
He moves away from me because he doesn't
Yeah.
want to. But there were a couple of them there who were very active, it was no surprise. That whole scenario had been engineered to get you out there, and that's why I said
it's
to
a
you
bit
last night,
it's a bit pimpish, isn't it?
that's why I said to you last night, I'm going, and you said, why are you going? Because I could see what was going on, which is why I'm saying to you, I'm giving you an answer of what I saw going on there. And I was a bit annoyed about it because it was quite obvious what was going on. It was like, you know, he's messaged that person, said, he's in the bar,
Yeah.
they've come down on the bike, he's come over to you and said, oh, so-and-so's on the bike outside, they're asking if you're here. And that was bollocks because they've done a thing.
Yeah.
You go out, start talking to her, and he's there, the other one's there, and they're listening to the conversation. To me, the whole thing screamed sound.
That's
So
why
you asked my honest opinion.
That's why I just went, oh, it's nice seeing you. Okay, well, I'll talk to you later. And I went back for the beer, and then I left.
But I think, to be honest with you, CG, and I'm saying this from the heart now, if you want a young bird over here, you ain't ever going to get one.
Well, probably not.
Bird is female, by the way. It's a cockney for
No, because you're very careful with your money, and you are very like, you know, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. Well, that's fine if you want to stay where you are, and if you're up, yeah. But I've noticed you a few times, you like talking to young women and you're trying to chat them up or whatever, which is fair play, power to you. I'm just saying, unless you're going to change your ways, nothing's going to go anywhere. Because if I do get a young bird, yeah, but I'm not knocking it, because I've come to the same conclusion myself.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And unless you're going to change your way, because it is about financial security, it's
Sure
about
it is.
stability and that. So if
Absolutely.
you're going to try and get someone half your age, say, yeah, but I'm not paying for this, I'm not paying for that,
Oh,
I'm not
no,
gonna do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's not going to work.
That won't work.
Definitely, yeah.
That won't
Well,
work
exactly,
anyway.
but that's exactly the situation we talked about last night. So I'm sitting there thinking, you know, if you're going to change your ways, and I'd take it this way, CG, you're not a young man, you've got a few quid, why don't you change your ways? And if you don't want to, then I'd wipe it out of your head that you're ever going to get anywhere in that sense, which might not where you want to go. I mean, Paul and I have got different views. I mean, that's the reality of this island.
See, in my head, 40 plus is good for me, not 40. That's where I'm sitting.
And I think that's, and to be honest with you, I think that's one of the things I would say to you, how do you know it's genuine or not? The women in Siquijor, and the women in the Philippines, they don't come on to you like that unless they're after something.
Yeah,
So if the bird's half your age, and she's suddenly coming on to you like that,
it's actually more than that.
well there you go. They should, A word to the wise, they should be the warning signs. Like if you go to Cebu, I went to Cebu with Ray, every woman you met over there, they were like, oh, do you have a husband, do you have a girlfriend? Like, that's because they wanted to get out of mobile. And there's no problem with that at the end of the day. If you're looking for a partner and you're going, then go to Cebu and get one, because you're going into eyes open, you're looking for a partner, and you realise that she's going to look after, she's going to cook for you, you're going to get married, you're going to support her financially. That's what a lot of people want. But what you don't want that, but you still want to try and get on the women. So I'm saying to you,
I'll talk to them.
go to Thailand. The Philippines ain't right for that.
What do you want? What you from the relationship?
From a relationship?
Yeah.
Well, she's got to be at least 40 for me.
But like, what is she going to? What part of?
So why do you keep asking people that?
What part of your life? What part of your life?
The only women I've seen you ask out have all been about 20, 21, 22. I've not seen you talk to anyone 40 or 50.
Well, there isn't anybody 40 or 50 here.
But you're on camera, so what would you want from a female? What sort of a relationship would you want? Because they'll be watching and they might message you and they might say, actually, I'm the girl for you.
All right.
So put your stall out.
Kids have to be in school, minimum college.
Right?
The kids have to be in school.
Yeah, they got to be in college. Age-wise.
Oh, age-wise, right.
Can't they have left home and got their own careers?
Well, that's the minimum.
Okay, I mean, okay.
Yeah, that's the minimum.
Are you wanting someone
Because
to be?
The reason I want that is so that her and I have time to go and do stuff.
Do stuff, nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
At my age, I don't want a 24-year-old for let's say that has a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm not here to. What are you gonna? She can leave it with her mom and dad or whatever. But it's not good for the kid. From where I come, I wouldn't expect that. And it's not that you're raising someone else's child. To me, it's all about freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom to pick up and go to another island overnight if you can. You can't do that if you have little kids. It's impossible. But if you have kids that are older, they can look after themselves. They've been doing it for 3-4 years already.
Yeah.
If they're in university, chances are they're over in the other island somewhere anyway during the whole week. There's no university here. Is there?
Yeah, there's university.
Okay, I didn't know if there was.
Yeah, but no.
I'm just going after one.
Anyway, regardless.
Oh well.
So that's basically the only thing.
But do you want
But
someone?
she's single.
I mean, if I said to you, you've got
Do I
two
want someone?
Yeah.
I'm happy without someone, but if someone comes along and we gel, and yeah, fine, sure.
So you're not really happy by yourself in the sense that you're your own man, you like your own company.
Yeah, I'm totally happy.
But if you had a wish, it would be just to settle down with the right person or someone.
No, I have no wish like that. The way I look at it is, I'm going to do whatever I do, continue to do it, and if someone happens to fall into that and does it with me, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
But isn't that?
And if it carries on and continues, and we end up getting together, and
but isn't that more than fine? Isn't that good? Wouldn't it be good if that happens? It's like,
Well, sure it would
you're
be
actually
good.
like, well,
Of
I've
course
been
it
with
would be
someone.
good if
Yeah,
it
that's what I'm saying. So it would be good that in an ideal scenario.
But I'm not looking for that. That's not what I'm looking for. If it comes along, sure, I'll accept it.
I'm not saying you're desperate for it. I'm just saying in an ideal scenario, you would eventually meet the right person for you and you'd settle
If
down.
it happened, I would.
Yeah, so that would be the ideal scenario. But if it doesn't happen, you're not going to lose any sleep
Yeah,
over
I'm
it.
not
You'll
losing
carry
any
on. That's
sleep.
what I'm getting at, yeah.
I'm fine the way I am.
Because sometimes when you talk, I'm thinking you just want to be single for yourself, which is fine. But then other times you talk about yeah, you like most of us, don't you? I mean, that's you, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. It's like, I mean, life's good being single, and it would take someone special and
To change.
really like on the same wavelength to make us think of not being single.
Yep, got to be on the same page or it doesn't work. And sometimes you can't write that book.
You can't, but I don't spend all my time thinking
I don't
about
worry
it,
about
and
it.
you don't either. It's like
No.
'cause
happens, it
I'm quite
happens.
happy in my own skin, and
That's right.
eventually, if it doesn't happen,
God.
I've still had a great time.
Me, myself, and I had some pretty good times.
Yeah,
All three of us.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just to qualify for the video, I'm not saying I'm single. Alright, so someone might be watching this video. They're talking about being single, man. I'm asking them questions. I'm not saying I am. Right,
But there's no stigma
We
in being
don't give
single.
a shit.
no, you know why I'm saying
Yeah, I know,
that
I know.
because someone's going to be watching
I
this and
know,
saying,
I
why are
know.
you talking about
I
being
know,
a single
I know.
man? I'm not saying I have a girlfriend. Anyway,
And she's lovely as well. Very nice girl.
Yes.
you've not met her.
I have.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking
I
about.
know what you're talking about.
You tell me everything when you've had a drink.
No, you know who you are, Velen. Well, there you go then.
I thought her name was Ellen, not Helen.
I didn't say Helen.
Oh.
Anyway, there we go. Well, now you're getting an idea of what the beach bums is going to be like. Next time it will go on a bit longer, if enough people watch this video. Next time, hopefully, you're going to have a few questions for us, so we won't keep going round and round in circles trying to think of something interesting to say. But I'd just like to thank you, CG.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
You've made it all possible, and hopefully this is the start of things to come. I've enjoyed this.
Yeah, it's
I've
been
enjoyed
good.
this.
Been
That's what
good.
I say.
Very
But
nice.
like, we might turn this into a live stream at some stage. But I'm not sure about the Wi-Fi here. But if you like this video, obviously smash the like button,
Like mine too.
subscribe. I'll put a link into his channel. I can't remember the name of it now. So Philippines Unplugged, that's it. And put something in the comments. Anything you want us to talk about, we will talk about it on the next outing. Thanks for watching. You got anything to add over you guys?
No, no, it's great. Just right, keep the comments clean, please.
And if you're 40 plus and you've got no
Hang-ups.
kids, or you've got kids at a certain age, you've got no hang-ups,
Yeah.
and you like a man who moans a lot,
I'll be looking.
this is your guy, I'd say he'll be sorted. Thanks for watching, be lucky.
Be good.